All right, welcome everybody to the second episode of the Inside Saginaw podcast. My name is Pedro Zambrano, the Director of Economic and Community Engagement.
And I'm Melina Davis. I'm the Communication Specialist, and our special guests are...
I'm Sergeant Robin Espinoza with the Saginaw Police Department.
And I am the Community Engagement Officer for the Saginaw Police Department, and my name is Brandon Pappenthien, also known as BPAP.
Well, thank y'all for being our second guest. And it's funny because we try to time that and we can't even hear it.
Yeah.
But
So it's
those
just
people at
awkward
home, you'll know
silence.
what we're laughing at.
Yeah.
We want to thank y'all so much. First of all, I just want to let you know, Inside Saginaw podcast is a new thing we're trying out. We just did our first episode, and this is our second one. And we decided to bring one of our good friends from the city because we work with you guys with the community engagement side. That's what we are, and it is our department. So we just kind of want to, let's chat about a little bit about why y'all became police officers. So Sergeant Robin?
Well, first of all, I want to thank y'all for inviting us over to do this. This is kind of exciting for us.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. We've had the Community Engagement Officer position now since May of 2025, and I am his direct supervisor, and I love where he's taken it and the collaboration between your department and our department. So now going back to your question, why did I become a police officer? Honestly, I was young and I needed health insurance. So
Yes, amen.
it's one of those adulting things that you don't think about until you're like, I need to go to the doctor. And then you're like, I don't have health insurance. So that's actually where I looked into becoming a police officer. I knew I could go and get on-the-job training. Well, go through an academy, get on-the-job training. And in addition to that, I mean, who wouldn't want to be a police officer? You get to drive cars with lights and sirens, and you get to actually help people. So that's...
So how long you been with Saginaw Police Department?
I've been with Saginaw since May of 2003.
Wow.
Yes, a very long time. I watched the city grow. I remember when Walmart was just a field. And I know, as people, get older in this career, they would always say, man, I remember back in the day. And I'm at that position or that point in my life where I'm telling my stories. I remember back in my day.
So the one I hear is, oh man, I remember we used to have a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, we did have a Dairy Queen. We've had a couple of restaurants that, got torn down and other things were built. One is the Arby's. I remember when Taco Casa was actually in the old building, which is now over there in front of Collections, old Mattress Depot. Yeah, I remember, a bunch of things that now you're making me reminisce and start talking like I'm an old lady now. Thank you.
Patrolled on horse and buggy.
Horse and buggies, one light, one stop sign.
So Taco Casa used to be in the Mattress Depot?
Yes.
That kind of makes sense, like looking at what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
Well, the
does
Mattress
give-
Depot used to be where the Taco Casa used to be.
Exactly.
That's
yep.
why it looks
And
like
then-
a little...
Yep. And then there
old
was a
classic.
Sonic where the Popeyes and stuff is. There was a Sonic right
I did
there.
not know that.
Yep. And then they built a new one on the north end of town. See, make me sound like an old lady.
She's
huh?
got history.
I got history. I got
So
history.
what about you, Officer Pappenthien?
So growing up, my dad, we're from Wichita Falls, and so my dad was a deputy sheriff for the Wichita County Sheriff's Office. And so, I mean, growing up, that's all I knew, and that's all I saw. So he would come home, and we'd go out with him sometimes. He had a take-home car, so we got to ride in the back of that a lot. But yeah, growing up, I mean, that's all we saw. That's all I ever knew, pretty much. And so I was like, oh, that looks fun. He looks like he enjoys it. So in 2014 is whenever I went through the academy. I went up in Amarillo is where I went. And once I graduated that in 14, I started with a local police department up there in the Panhandle, Texas Panhandle.
And you also needed health insurance too.
Oh yeah. And I also wanted to drive cars fast. So, but and then once my wife was done with school up there, she was in college up there in Amarillo. We came down here because we had family down here in Saginaw, so I applied down here, and I started here in January of 2017.
Oh, awesome. So, Sergeant Espinoza, what's your job in the city
I am
specifically?
I'm the professional standards sergeant.
Okay.
So I wear many hats within the police department. So I'm over like building maintenance, fleet maintenance, quartermaster, training, a little bit of everything.
So do y'all
Community
start
engagement.
off in your positions? Like, for
No.
example, if I was new to the field.
No, first you start off on patrol, and then as seniority, you build up the seniority as positions become available. I tested back in 2013, I believe, became promoted to a corporal. I was investigations at that point, came out, hit the streets, promoted to a sergeant in 2016, I believe. And then as this position, the professional standards sergeant, previous one, he retired, and so I put in interest in it and was transferred over to the professional standards position. So,
Did you ever think you would end up here, like considering where you started and now where you're at?
no, actually, I will say I've had a good career with the city. At one point, I was an SRO, school resource officer. I did 8 years in investigations. I was 8 years on the streets, on overnights on patrol. I really enjoyed it. I just never thought I would take essentially what I call, be behind the desk responsible for the officers' training and their license. But it's been good to me. So it's been a good career. The city's been good to me. And then, becoming direct supervisor for our community engagement officer, I've really enjoyed it, and the ideas. And there's so many times I have this sporadic thoughts, and I'm like, hey, and so anybody that knows me knows that I'm very sporadic.
Oh, we have sporadic thoughts too.
You can ask BPAP.
Yeah, and there's none of this like, hey, I'm going to write this down and meet about it later. No, I'm like, no, I got to get this,
But she also thrives on chaos.
Yeah.
A lot.
Allegedly.
I feel like that's how our partnership works, though.
Yeah.
Like it's very.
Well, this podcast, you guys being a guest, was a spontaneous
Yes,
thing.
it was.
We just called y'all.
They didn't know they were
30
doing
minutes
this today.
ago.
No, sure didn't.
Until about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Surprise.
Yeah.
but anyway, that's a little bit about me and my career.
And then BPAP, kind of same question. Coming into community engagement officer, what do you do? What have you been up to lately? Just stuff like that.
So lately, I've been, partnering with y'all doing
Yeah.
videos.
Very true.
BPAT breaks it down. But no, whenever I started this, I was immediately thrown into coordinating our junior police academy. And so for people that don't know what that is, it's our, if you have a kid in 7th or 8th grade, over the summer we hold a week-long police academy, and it basically shows the kids, what we do as police officers, and give them a tour of the PD and cars, and they get to learn a whole lot about that. But we also do a adult police academy, which we're running right now. Some of the other stuff I do is help not coordinate, but help out with the events that are going on from the PD side of it. Coordinated Shop with a Cop this year, which is helping out families that are somewhat struggling, but also gives them a chance to have a good Christmas. There's more.
Yeah. So I know it's been almost a year since you've been in this position. You and I started like right at the same time. What expectations did you have going into this job, and what is it like now compared to what you thought you'd be doing?
Honestly, I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I mean,
Did you know you were
is-
going to become an
yeah.
influencer?
Yes.
No, I
A
did
celebrity.
Not know I was going to be a celebrity. No, if you want to call it that. But no, I didn't know what. This is the first time that we've had one of these in a long time.
A long time.
So, so yeah, there really wasn't any. I don't think expectations. It was kind of just go get your feet wet and see what you can do.
I told him, I want your face out there. I want it where people recognize you, because I know that if people recognize him, then that means whatever information he's given out, then that means we're reaching a different target.
Yeah.
We're reaching somebody new. So, and this has been it's been a learning curve. The information we're putting out. But I remember when I was on patrol and I went into one of the local businesses, and the lady, and it was just like I said, it's not one that sells anything. Like a retail store or anything like that, or food or drinks. But I went to a business, and the lady said something to me about the owner that she had never even met that district officer. And then I was talking to her about, we do this in the city and that, and she had no idea. And so when it came to the point where we were actually able to have a community engagement officer, I wanted it where, he's putting out information, but, there's feedback, and somebody actually, can give him that feedback. And, talk to them and get to, they know who they can at least reach out to. If nothing else, reach out to him, and then he can redirect them to wherever he needs to speak to somebody. So, yeah.
All right. So before we cut for time, I hear you're a cart seat certified.
Oh,
What
of
is
course.
that?
So if anybody ever needs a car seat installed and they don't really, they don't have any experience, usually it's the new moms and dads that don't have any experience. We offer a deal on our website where you can go to our website and sign up to get your car seat installed by a certified car seat technician, me. And basically we'll educate you on car seat safety, car safety in and around the vehicle, safe sleep, everything that has to do with the car seat and vehicles. We can educate you on that and get you ready to go for your
So I'm going to call
for your
somebody
child.
out. Somebody in the circle has a dog car seat. Are you certified for that?
Alina, no, I am not.
Dang it.
I'm not certified for dog car seats. No.
All right.
I'm
it's
sorry,
okay.
Alina.
I'll Google it. It's all good.
You should get him on that.
Yeah.
We need another service that we need to
Yeah.
look into providing. So, I mean,
It's-
because there is, like I know with my pets, they're part of the family, and a lot of people that is their babies. So yeah, I need to get on that.
Amen.
ASAP.
Get on that, along with the dog strollers and all that we see around the park.
Now you're talking.
All right. So earlier you talked about the Junior Police Academy. How does one sign up for that if they have a child or a grandchild?
So that is also on our website. You can go there, and like I said, if they're going into 7th or 8th grade, and then they're available to do that, then we offer that service. You can go on our website, like I said, and you can email me at bpapenthine@saginawpolice.org. That's on the website. So yeah, if you want your child, or if your child wants to go through that, then you can reach out to me. And
It's a
get
summer
them set up.
program?
It's a summer
Program. It's coming up pretty soon.
It is.
Coming out, yep. Actually, we already have set the date. It's June 15th is whenever it starts.
Oh.
So the 15th through the 18th of June is when we're going to be doing that.
That's good.
Like inside information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. You heard it here
Hot off
first.
the
Heard it
guys.
here
Hot-
first, yeah.
Exclusive. Look at that. We're
Yeah.
exclusivity to things.
Exclusive.
TMZ doesn't have this information.
They're not as cool as us.
So I kind of want to talk about these videos that we've done. I'm sure everybody has seen them. Do you go home to your family and do they bring these up to you? Did they make fun of you?
No, I think I make fun of myself more than they do. Like my wife, she likes them, but usually she don't find out till she'll call me during the day and I won't answer. And she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She'll text me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm shooting a video. Sorry." So then whenever I get home, she'll be like, "Hey, what was the video about?" And I'll be like, "Well, just wait." So, but usually if you send it to me first, I'll let her preview it. Not that she has any say so, but
So
it's more of her just making fun, whether or not she's going to make fun of me or family members are going to make fun.
Does
of
she
me
have a
for it or
favorite
not.
video? Or do you have a favorite video?
I like the sledding video.
That's a good one.
That was pretty funny.
It's our most viewed video.
It is.
And the hide lock take video was pretty.
That
good.
was a good one, yeah.
She liked that one. Too,
Which one?
so.
The Grinch one or yours?
Mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, our sledding video had
This is like 75,000 views, which
Yeah.
is really good
last
for
time I
Saginaw.
checked.
Wow.
What's funny about that is that was the day all the ice was melting, but I had seen other cities doing it, and I'm like, this is why we have a community engagement officer.
I think what made it so
You know?
good was it was slushy, and so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could tell that I was kind of
Yeah.
struggling a little bit.
Well, I think the
No, not a little
the
bit. a lot.
idea-
You
the
were
idea
struggling.
behind it was to show people like, hey, it's melting.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
Drive
think that's
safe.
fun.
yeah. Drives. It was more the roads, how the roads were doing.
So the first time I met BPAP, we were about to head to our conference, and we went to this conference, and he got to see what other cities are doing. And I'm not even a week later, we came to him to film something, and
It was the taco video.
did
I
you
think,
know that
Yeah,
it
the
was
taco
gonna
video.
be a full-time thing
No.
after that?
which I'm fine with, but no, I didn't know it was gonna bloom into this, into celebrity status.
Yeah.
Well, and I think one thing that makes you good at this position is you aren't so critical of yourself. You take everything in stride, and you even make fun of yourself at times.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say I
so-
go home
and
make
everybody
fun
else making
myself.
fun
Yeah.
of you. You're okay with that too.
And that's what
so-
and that's what I say. They're like, "Hey, I saw your video," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah. You've definitely eased our other departments who are a little nervous to be on camera or do something. And I'm like, do you see what BPAP does? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that bad.
Yeah. If he can do it, I can do it.
I would say because of y'all's partnership with us and how good it is, other departments are like, hey,
Yes.
we're seeing what PD does. Can we?
They're trying to reheat
Can we
your
play too?
nachos.
Ooh. We need to step up.
So
a
hey,
notch.
y'all are trendsetters.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Trying to
But
s-
hey,
trying
thank
to
y'all so
make
much.
ourselves more available to y'all.
Oh, y'all
'Cause
should.
Like I said, y'all work with us
Yeah.
very well.
But thanks for coming
Yeah.
out. You guys are our
Well-
second guest. So you have 3 cameras y'all could look at if y'all want to promote anything that's coming up or any big event you guys have in the future that people keep an eye out.
Or some
just-
words of wisdom.
Or words of wisdom.
I don't have any words of wisdom other than one thing that does stick out to me is with Alina coming on board was your constant reminder that she works for you and not for the police department. I mean,
There's a certain lieutenant we need
Yeah.
to remind them of that.
To be fair, me and our digital communication specialist, Kevin, are at PD like every day.
Yeah.
And it's not by accident. Like, you know.
Yeah,
just-
it's so
Which-
sporadic.
which
is
I mean,
fine.
those spontaneous, like, oh, I got
we
this
just
idea.
happen to pop by. It just happens.
So,
No, but thanks y'all for coming out. I really
thank you
appreciate
for
y'all.
inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And can y'all be our 3rd guest too?
We can.
We have more to talk about.
Yeah.
I think there has to be a part 2 to this.
Yes.
No, that's
Oh.
fine.
Well, thank everybody for listening to Inside Saginaw podcast and watching it if you're watching it at home. Because I know this is the best podcast in the city of Saginaw
Sure
and the
is.
world, according to my mom. Y'all have a
Same.
And my wife.
So if you want to keep up with anything with the city, our Inside of Saginaw newsletter goes out monthly. And you can also listen to this podcast or just follow us on social media with our handles in the bottom. I think Kevin, our digital communications manager, is going to add them down there.
He's nodding. So it's
He
gonna
is
happen.
nodding, so we're ready to happen. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a wonderful Saginaw day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.